Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Week. Thank you all for coming back for part 2 of Cool Tech to Buy. As you can probably tell by the title of this video, we will be talking about cool tech that is on the more expensive side of technology. Last video was 100 and below, so we had a budget of 0 to 50 and 50 to 100. Hopefully you found something in there that you wanted to get for yourself or another family member or friend. So hopefully that helped you, and hopefully this video helps you find some other cool stuff that you might want and probably have heard of before, as a lot of these items are bigger items that are well known and are owned by many people and are highly recommended. To start off our list, we actually have an item that I forgot to put in the last video. I had a little bit of a smooth brain moment there. This is actually the Phone Rebel case. So I have done 2 videos on this actually before. I did an unboxing and was it a 1 week or a 1 month review? Can't remember. I'll put a screenshot up of it. I did a review of it after using it for a certain amount of time. Stuff I liked about it, stuff I didn't really like about it. And overall, I really enjoyed this case. There's a few little nitpicky things that I would like to see in Gen 2 of this case. But for a first generation case, I absolutely love it. I've been looking for the perfect case for my phone for years and I have never found it until now. This is the best case on the market right now, in my opinion. It has really nice cutouts on the side, so it feels like you're holding your phone, because you legitimately are holding your phone. You feel the sides of your phone. It's really nice. But also, it has really, really nice bumpers and shock protection on the top and on the bottom. So if there were sides on it, this would be a really bulky case, but because there is no sides on this case, it doesn't feel all that bulky, but it has the protection of a really bulky case. This case comes in 3 different types, I believe. It comes in Rebel, it comes in Crystal, and it comes in Frosted. Rebel is like a Kevlar back. No, it's not like a Kevlar back. It has Kevlar back. The Crystal version is a crystal clear, a clear back case. And the Frosted is, some people may know this feel and know this look, but if you have seen an 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max, or 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max, that frosted back glass that you see on there is the exact same type of texture and look that you will get with the Frosted series of Rebel case. So that's kind of how that works out. The Crystal and Frosted cases come in at about $40 Canadian, I believe, which is equivalent to $30-ish American, and the Rebel series comes in at about $50 Canadian, which is equivalent to about 40 American, I believe. So, well, not exactly equivalent to, but roughly $40 American. If you want a more in-depth review of this phone case, or any more information that you may not get from this video, feel free to check out the Phone Rebel case review. Those will be in the description below as well as in the iCards up above. The team over at Phone Rebel has spent a long time perfecting this case and getting it exactly how they want it. It is actually put on by Philip Kilroy of Everything Apple Pro. So go check his channel out. Links to that will also be in the description. This is not an affiliate with him. Just wanted to give him a huge shout out, as this case is absolutely amazing. Thanks, Philip. The next item on this list is the DJI Osmo Mobile 3 phone gimbal. I bought this, I don't remember how many weeks ago. I want to say like 2 months ago, month and a half ago. I've loved it ever since I bought it. It was well worth the money that I spent for it. This gimbal usually costs around $180, but if you get it Right now, you can get it for the low cost of $119 until December 31st. If you want it at the lower Boxing Day sale price, I suggest you get it before December 31st. This small phone gimbal is really ergonomic. I really like the feel in the hand. Feels absolutely amazing. I love it. It fits just about any phone. I've used it with an iPhone 11, which is quite large. And then I use it with my iPhone SE 2nd generation, which is your average size. Well, actually, it's not average anymore, but the same size as an iPhone 8. So what was the average size of an iPhone is what I use it with regularly. It fits it perfectly. I have no real complaints with it. Charges USB-C, which is amazing. I can actually charge it from pretty much empty to pretty much full in like 2 hours or under that. I've had it. It depends on what charger I'm using. If I'm using with my 10-watt charger, then I can charge it up in like an hour and a half, hour 15, which is really good. And a lot of the times I don't even charge it all the way up. I just plug it in for 15 minutes, give it a little top up, and then go out and use it. If you want a more in-depth review of this gimbal, there will be links to that in the description below, as well as in the iCard up this side. I think on this side. So we'll find out in the end video if it actually is that side. But if it's that side, click the little iCard up there, and my DJI Osmo 3 review will be up there, hopefully, if I remember to put that in. Oh, I completely forgot about American pricing in there. So the American equivalent, or close enough to equivalent, is $140 regularly and around $93 as of right now, or until December 31st. The third item on my list is actually another item that I own myself, and this is the Logitech MX Master 3 wireless mouse. I use this all the time. I use this on my day-to-day basis. I bring it to school actually for when I'm doing any video editing or anything like that on a computer for the tech crew there, or if I'm just doing a lot of computer work within my day at school, I bring my mouse along to school and connect it right up to the computers there. I absolutely love this mouse. I got it, I think, for my birthday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it for my birthday in August, which is awesome. I've loved it. No complaints at all from it. Took a little bit of getting used to, going from this crappy mouse. I mean, it doesn't suck. It does suck. But it's... Who am I kidding? This mouse sucks. It's not ergonomic. The only okay thing about it is the cool little gestures on here. But apart from that, crappy mouse. It's horrible. It's not a good mouse. Don't... If you are a Mac user and you enjoy using the Magic Mouse, leave a comment down below, because I want to know how many people actually enjoy using the Magic Mouse, because I don't. I hate it. So, really ergonomic. It runs so smoothly on my mouse pad, which is amazing. It charges USB-C on the front, not like the bottom on the 2nd generation Magic Mouse. So, that's great. So I can plug in my mouse while still using it. I've only actually had to charge it once since August. Once. It's December, almost January. I've had to charge it a single time. It came out of the box with almost a full charge of battery, which was awesome. Then I charged it another time like a month ago or so, month and a half ago-ish. Battery life, fantastic. And I don't shut this off at night. I keep it on all the time. Like when I shut down my computer, I don't shut down my mouse. I don't turn off my mouse. It just stays on all the time. And I use it a heck ton throughout the day, like hours of use in the day. Still has full charge. And even when it's getting low, it doesn't wig out. It still works flawlessly. So that's amazing. This wireless mouse is loved by a lot of big creators like Marques Brownlee from MKBHD. This mouse comes in 2 colors. It comes in mid-gray and black. This is not technically a gaming class mouse, but it works for gaming. I've used it for some light gaming. I use it a lot in the past 2 days or so for some light gaming, and it works. It has a little bit more actuation force than a gaming class mouse. But for people who don't do a lot of gaming, but do a lot more like productivity stuff, this works great for it. This is also a mouse that is compatible with iPadOS, Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. So you can connect it to just about anything you want. You can connect it to your iPad because it has iPad support now. If you have a Windows machine, works there. If you have an iMac running Windows and Mac OS, you can still use it whether you're on either operating system. If you have a machine that runs Linux because you're a cool dude and you know how to work Linux, it'll work there too. So you have all-around support for all of your needs, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Logitech. This mouse comes in at about $130 Canadian, which is around 100 USD. So if you are looking for a wireless mouse for your everyday needs, productivity, light gaming, just an all-around really good wireless mouse, I highly recommend the Logitech MX Master 3. I think I forgot to mention this, but all the links for these items will be in the description down below. Of course, watch this video all the way through and then go check them out later after this video is finished, or if you want to go watch one of my reviews or unboxings after this video of some of those products that you saw here on this video list thing, go do that. Go support my channel. While you're at it, maybe hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Also, leave a like on this video if you liked it, and leave a comment with anything that I could improve on or anything that you really enjoyed about it. These next two items are going to be items that are all around storage. So one item will be external storage. One item will be internal storage, and one item will be external storage. So for the, do I need water? Why am I talking so weird? So the first of these two items is the crucial Mx500 1TB Sata SSD. So there was a lot of abbreviations in that sentence. I couldn't tell you what MX stands for. So sorry. For those of you who aren't familiar with storage media, storage drives, any of that stuff, SATA, also known as serial ATA, is a computer bus interface, which is basically a way to get stuff from point A to point B. So, awesome. Glad you understand that now. In absolutely simplest forms, it's a little connector type. There's more to that, but in simplest forms, it's a connector. Now that we've gone down that rabbit hole of a conversation, SSD stands for solid state storage. SSDs have much faster read-write speeds than a regular old spinning rust drive, also known as a hard disk drive, HDD. So an SSD, you're gonna get way higher read and write speeds, which means it'll take less time to read data from a drive and take less time to write data to the drive. If you're looking to upgrade your slower computer that has SATA interface on it, an SSD is a great way to go. A lot of people tell you, oh, just throw some more RAM in there. But if you're already running like 8 GB of RAM in your computer, you're good. 8 GB is all you're gonna need for your average use of searching the web, writing up documents. You don't need any more than that if that's all you're doing. But an SSD will speed up your computer significantly because that's where your operating system is going to boot from, which is Windows, Linux, Chrome OS, Mac OS, whatever it is you're running. It'll also help boot up your applications much faster. So when you want to go use any application, whether it be boot up a game, you're gonna go play some Minecraft, you're gonna go play some Call of Duty, or whatever it may be, it'll take way, way less time from when you click on that app to open it to when it fully opens and boots up the game. So an SSD is something that I highly recommend for all of those people who are looking to revive their older machine that's running like an older spinning rust hard disk drive. If this is what you're looking for, highly recommend the Crucial Mx500 SSD. This 1 terabyte Sata SSD comes in at $140 on Amazon, which is like 108 USD. So there's a link to that down below, and highly recommend this drive. This is a drive that I'm looking forward to get for my iMac to upgrade it, as I want to upgrade from a regular old 1 terabyte hard drive, 5400 RPM, because Apple's dumb that way, and upgrade it to a nice, decent SATA SSD. To start off the second part of the storage media section, we have the Samsung T7 Touch. This is a portable SSD, fits in the palm of your hand, real small, and it has really, really good encryption on it. The reason it's a T7 Touch is because there's a fingerprint reader on the front, which allows you to instantly decrypt or encrypt all of the data on your drive with the touch of a finger. It encrypts everything securely, and you won't be able to just plug it in and someone will be able to read your data. You have to plug it in, and if you set it up to have a form of encryption, you plug it in, you put your finger on the sensor, and it decrypts everything instantly for you to read and write to that drive. This has a USB-C interface on it, and in the box you get a USB-C to USB-C cable, as well as a USB-C to USB-A cable. Maybe you have a MacBook, and because Apple likes charging lots of money for, 256 gigabytes of storage, you bought the 128 gigabyte version of the new M1 MacBook Air, but you need more space. You can buy this. It's portable, it's small, it's light, it has a nice aluminum casing, so it feels really premium in the hand, and it gives you much more space. You can get 1 terabyte of portable SSD storage for $229 Canadian, which is an amazing price for the speed that you're getting. Of course, $230 is a lot to spend on portable storage, but if you're someone who needs this, you probably will have the money to pay for it. It's quick, it's small, it's portable, it fits in a pocket, it's great. I forgot to put the USD conversion in there. It comes to around $178 USD. The next product in this video is actually one I think I briefly mentioned in the last Cool Tech video, and this is the Blue Yeti USB condenser mic. This is like the big brother to the Blue Snowball condenser mic. It has way more features, way more customization, it has significantly better sound quality, and it just has an overall better build to it. This is the best USB condenser mic that you can get on the market right now. This is like the best before you have to start moving on to an XLR mic. This is recommended for anyone who wants to do any audio recording, whether it be some streaming. Say you're getting into streaming, you're getting lots of views, and now you want to move and you want to get a better mic. This is the mic for you. It's also good for recording any music that you're doing, any vocals. It's good for voiceover work. It's good for just about anything. Not just about, it is good for any audio recording that you want to do for yourself or for another person. It's also really good for podcasting. So if you're someone who's getting into podcasting, you're starting up a podcast with you and your buddies, you want to get a good mic for that, this is the mic for you. It has, I think, 4 different pickup patterns. It has omnidirectional, it has cardioid, bidirectional, omnidirectional, and stereo. So it will record in any pattern that you really would need for any recording situation. So you can have it so you can record from everywhere, and it'll all sound perfect. You can have it where it doesn't record from the sides, it only records from front to back. So saying you and a buddy are recording a podcast, one is on one side of the table, the other's on the other side of the table or desk, you have the mic right in the middle, it'll record you both perfectly. If you have 3 or 4 buddies and you're all sitting on one side of a desk, put it in the next setting over, and it'll record everyone 360 auto, which is amazing.
Elliot, you are correct that is not a fruit, nor it is a potato, so I don't know.
This USB condenser mic comes in at $179 Canadian, also known as $139-ish USD. So hopefully this is something that you will enjoy and you will want to have just as much as I do. If you like listening to music as you work out, as you're doing whatever, or if you like having that noise cancellation when you're on the airplane, not now because it's COVID and you shouldn't be on an airplane, but prior or after COVID stuff, whenever after will be. If you enjoy having a good pair of noise cancellation headphones, or you want a good pair of noise cancellation headphones, this item is for you. This item is the Sony Wh-1000xm4s. Sony, if you see this, probably won't, but if you see this, please find a better naming scheme. Like, come on. We need better than a bunch of letters, dashes, and numbers strung together. This is the successor to the Wh-1000xm3s. If you know anything about noise cancellation headphones, the XM3s were the best noise cancelling headphones on the market, and still are, but they've now been topped by the XM4s. So these are wireless headphones that are the best noise cancellation and comfort on the market right now, hands down. They come in 2 colors. They come in a black and like a beige color. So whatever suits you best, whatever color you prefer, go with that color. It comes with a cable. I think it's 2.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter, if I'm remembering correctly, but it may just be a universal 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter, which is just your average headphone jack. A lot of people like using these when they're working out because they have just enough clamping force, they don't fall off your head, but not enough that they're uncomfortable on your head. And a lot of people also like using them while editing or streaming or whatever, because that has really good audio quality. Let's talk about the cost. You can get these headphones right now for like $300. Regularly, they're $500 headphones, so $200 off a pair of headphones is an amazing price. So check the links below in the description and you can get this for $300 for the duration of Boxing Week. So go check these out. The equivalent is about $233 USD. On a full charge, you get 30 hours of playback, and on just a 10-minute charge, you can get 5 hours of playbacks. They use USB-C to charge, so that's absolutely amazing. That's what enables this fast charging. So the last item on my list right now costs about $1,050, and this is the iPhone 12 mini. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Elliot, that's a tiny phone. Who's gonna use it? And to that, I'd say, well, little Jimmy, you see, I did say cool tech. So this is stuff that I found to me were cool. Stuff that I wanted. They're really interesting to myself. So, if you don't think it's cool, you don't have to buy it. These are just my suggestions. This iPhone comes in 5 colors. We have white, blue, red, black, and green. My favorite colors out of these colors are the blue and the white. The white just looks, mwah, just looks clean. And the blue, I love blue. Blue's like my favorite color. I don't wear it all that often, but I enjoy blue a lot. Little hints of blue here and there. The item in the description below the link there will bring you to the 128 gigabyte model, because 128 gigabytes is like the sweet spot for your mobile phone if you don't have expandable storage. As 64 gigabytes just isn't enough. I'm running a 64 gigabyte iPhone right now, and I only have 22 gigabytes available, which sounds like a lot, and it was more. Then I actually upgraded from a 16 gigabyte iPhone to a 64, and that was an amazing upgrade. 120 gigs is like, mwah, sweet spot, It's the best you can get. Of course, you can get more than that. If you buy more than that, you're going to have enough for like ever. The new iPhones support 5G and ultra wideband. That's awesome. The iPhone 12 mini, the reason I actually want the iPhone 12 mini is because it's small. I love small form factor phones.
I love refrigerators.
Of course, they're not super practical when it comes to like watching content on the go because they're small as heck. But it's a small phone. I love small phones. I rocked an iPhone 4 for like years until I got the iPhone 6. I enjoy this size of phone, but the iPhone 12 mini has a larger screen size and a smaller form factor. So I would be willing to go with this phone because it's smaller form factor and larger screen than what I have now. And the iPhone 12 mini actually has the highest pixel density and the best looking display out of the entire iPhone lineup. The pixel density is actually 467 pixels per square inch on the iPhone 12 mini, whereas when you're looking at any other iPhone 12, you're looking at 400, I think, 56 or 60 pixels per square inch, so it's not that big of a difference, but it makes a big difference. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it does make a difference when viewing it. It looks a lot nicer. It looks way nicer, actually. Before we head into the last item on this list, I just want to say thank you to all my supporters, all my subscribers here on YouTube. It's been a heck of a wild ride these past few months. I started up in April, I believe, and I've loved every minute of it. Yes, some parts of it have been a little bit more stressful than others, as sometimes I'm just pushing to get a video out to you guys because I haven't in a while. But I love it. I enjoy it, and I just want to say thank you to all of my supporters and subscribers. If you enjoy my content here on YouTube, feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is @_EKTech_ on both Twitter and Instagram. Links to those will also be down. I'm more active on Twitter, but I post more updates and stuff like that on my Instagram. The last and final item on my list of cool tech to buy that's not under $100 is the M1 MacBook Air. For those of you who are writing their comment right now about how you could build a PC or get a Windows laptop that runs better, stop, don't do it, don't think about it. I'm not all about that. This is to purely appreciate Mac for what it is, comparing Macs to Macs, apples to apples, if you will. I'll see myself out. Okay, after that horrible dad joke, am I centered? After that horrible dad joke, we'll just forget that ever happened. This is the brand new M1 MacBook Air. Now, if you know me in person and you've talked to me, if you've ever listened to me rant about how much the MacBook Air sucks, then you'll know this is kind of odd that I'm actually recommending the MacBook Air for you, for the consumer, for the average consumer. Why would I be even considering recommending this for you guys? Well, that's because we've moved from Intel to Apple Silicon. And if you've seen any videos about the M1 MacBook Air, you'll know that this is a powerhouse of a computer. For the low cost of an American $1,000, you are getting a 6-core GPU and a 7-core CPU. This thing performs amazingly. Outstanding how much performance we are getting from an SoC, which is a system on a chip, which is the same kind of stuff you find in your smartphone, on your tablet, stuff like that. I actually like it. I actually would prefer to buy the M1 MacBook Air over the MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro has one extra GPU core, which you can get the same amount of GPU cores and CPU cores on the MacBook Air if you just buy the next tier up. But there's also a fan in the MacBook Pro, whereas in the MacBook Air, there's no fan. Now you may think, oh, well that'll hurt thermals and it'll go through the roof in the temperatures. From testing, we're not seeing that. I can't say from experience because I don't have it, but from the things that I've seen, we're not seeing significant like hikes in temperature. It's crazy what Apple is doing this year. With their Apple Silicon, we've seen it. We've seen Apple Silicon devices for years now, in their iPad, in their iPhone, and now in their Macs. We have the Mac Mini, MacBook Pro, and MacBook Air all running on Apple Silicon this year with the M1 chip. It's a great computer. I would suggest getting the 256GB model and not the 128GB, but if you bought the Samsung T7 Touch, like I recommended, as well as this, go with the 128GB model, as you'll have 1 terabyte of SSD external storage for just about anything you want. So if you're looking for a solid macOS everyday computer for taking to school, for taking to classes, for doing stuff at home, I highly recommend this laptop. Thank you guys so much for watching. This concludes probably the last video of 2020. It's been kind of a wild ride this past year, and I hope that 2021 is better than this year. And you know, you're watching this video, you're here, you made it mostly through the year. We're so close. Let's finish off the year strong. You know, we've had some better times, we've had some worse times. We've had the ups, we've had the downs, but you know, we can get through this. We've already gotten like 98% through the year. I'm pretty sure we can finish off this last week of 2020 strong. Let's do this together. See you in the next video. See you in 2021. That sounds weird to say, but until then, this is Elliot, signing off.